What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're going to tackle the fuel filter on my MX5 Mark II or the Porsche. Obviously jack it up, get the wheel off, and the fuel filter is under this little cover here. Now all I've done so far is use a screwdriver and this little pry tool, because you've got to get the little caps off. Let me show you. Here's what they come off like, because they're all broken. Let me show you where they are. So you've got one here, one there, and then one, this is a SVT, so I don't know if they all have this like bar here, but there's another one underneath there which is tricky to get to. But basically I just got a screwdriver under it, pried it off until it snapped, and then once you've got them all off, there's one right at the top which you don't need to get off, because once you've got the bottom ones off, just roll this out of the way, and there's the old filter in all its glory. Now, I've got a special tool for getting this off, which I'll show you in a minute, but basically there's a 10mm bolt on there. I think it's 10mm, looks like 10mm, and then there's a little clip here and one the other side, which you need to depress at the same time. Depress, that's a big word for me. Now, you can get a little tool that goes on the pipe and goes up the inside, but I've just got a special pair of pliers. And what I'm actually going to do is squirt a load of stuff all over this, load of GT85 to get it all slippery, and I'm actually going to push the pipe on further before I grab it to release the pressure on this, and then hopefully it should pull off. And there's another one at the top as well. I've also climbed underneath and I've actually found some good bodywork. So that's good, isn't it? Apart from this bit here. To be fair, that's just surfaced. That's a bit crunchy. Let's not push that too much. Now I've actually got these little pliers. These are fuel filter pliers. This was 20 quid for the whole kit from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. That is to grab the connectors, and then that's like a spreader thing which goes on the pipe and then goes like that, and that should pop off. And then another good investment if you're working on old cars is to buy a kit which comes with all these replacement little plastic clips. Well, the next step is also to release the pressure in the fuel line. So I'm going to pop the fuel cap and undo that. And then also, above the accelerator pedal, there's a bunch of plugs here, and I've been told to unplug the one that's kind of closest to the front left-hand corner, I guess. And it's a bit of a tricky one. There's a clip on the back and like a release clip on each side, but it's that one. Once you pull that off, now I'm going to run the car. That's the fuel pump. So once I run the car, it's going to use all the fuel up in the fuel line, and then when the car dies, there technically should be minimal fuel in the fuel filter and pipes. About to find out. Oh dear. Well, there you go, that's the end of that. Stereo's come on, but the car has died. Let's try it again. Yeah, that's dead.
5 minutes later.
Right, cut to about half an hour later, a load of swearing and a lot of smell of petrol, and I've actually cracked it with a moment of genius. So I think these pliers are not actually for this filter. I almost had it, but I didn't. The new fuel filter is in place. I basically prised this bracket open, took the 10mm out, prised the bracket open, so I could get the fuel filter out and around the corner so I could work on it a bit more. Move this out of the way now because that's finished leaking. I've got the new one on. And basically what you're trying to do, there's a tab there that you either need to push in to get the black clip over it, or get the tab away from the pipe from the inside so that it can go over this like lip there. I'll show you on the other filter in a minute. And I was trying to push these tabs in to get the black plug over it, to absolutely no avail whatsoever. So then I thought, well, if I can get behind it and try and prise it out, I got some little Allen keys in there, didn't work. And then I had a moment of genius. So these are these like raised bits that you're trying to get those like plastic clips back over, and these blank ends came on the new one just to stop stuff going in it. And what I did is I took the other one, just with a pair of like whatever these like cutters are, cut the end off, cut it down the middle, and then slid it. I'll show you on the new one. Opened it out, slid it down the back of there, like that, pushed it all the way in. If you've got some of these, it makes it a lot easier, because you can poke it up there and then force feed it down the back. And then basically once I've pushed it all the way down the back, I pushed those clips out, which then pushed it away from this collar, and then I was able to pull the pipe off. However, once I pulled the pipe off, it was pouring fuel absolutely everywhere. I thought these pipes would be empty, but they're not at all. And they seem to just carry on running. So I quickly pulled the drip tray over, and then while it didn't stop running, I quickly put the good one that I hadn't cut on the other end, because then the fuel filter filled up and started leaking out the top one. Then I quickly used my little collar, put it on the other one and swap both pipes over. So all I've got to do now, push this bracket back together again, put 10mm back in there, clamp it all down. I'll put the relay back in and fire the car up, make sure it all runs, and then obviously put this plastic bit back and then put the wheel back on. What a flipping faff. While I'm here, I'm actually going to put the relay back in, fire it up, make sure it runs. Right, up under here is that, which goes in there. Click. Good enough for me. Right, hopefully you should hear the fuel pump cut in. Don't know, let's give it a try. That'll do me. Make sure it's not leaking. No, that's good. There you go, hopefully that's made it a little bit easier for someone. Like I say, just get the caps that come on the new fuel filter, cut the end off, cut it down the middle, and then push it in behind. That will spread the tabs out, and then you'll be able to get the old pipe off. That was the trickiest part of the job. Car fired straight up. I'll stink of fuel. I'm gonna go and have a bath, probably gin and tonic. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. By the time I've cleaned up here, it probably will be. And I'll see you on the next one. Out of interest, I actually cut it open, not with a angle grinder, because I didn't want too many sparks. Did it old school with a hacksaw. And I'm gonna say that's looking pretty grim. And petrol, which is supposed to be clear, it's not supposed to look like that. So I reckon I get about another 50 horsepower now.